Leviathan. Hello guys, and welcome back to yet another one with us, the Review Bros. My name's Aaron.
I'm Craig.
And we come today with Leviathan. Whatever way it is. God Status Labz. Very, very excited to get into this one. The hype is real, guys. Zeus was the first one that come to us from this company. Now we got this. Let's get into all the usuals.
Can this live up to it? And please hit the subscribe button and like the video and let us know your thoughts on this product.
It is flavour and mixability time. It comes in just the one flavour that we can find, which is Fate's Freedom Pop. Let's get into it, guys. 8.3 gram scoop. So it is a little one. A little scoop compared to the average these days.
That's what she said.
Will it still hit the spot?
That's how I use the scoop, not the size, apparently.
Let's do this. So yeah, there we go. In she goes.
We're normally big fans of the old bombsicle, so you know,
Freedom Pops and the general.
It might be too much water for the scoop size. We really don't know just yet.
We're going back to the old stirrers.
Yeah, the British way.
Cup of tea. Here we go.
Oh, it smells rather fruity. What does that smell like to you? The steam on the floor now.
Oh, it does smell like
What is it?
Oh, that's those refreshers.
Yeah, that's it. Hopefully it tastes that way. Super weak tasting, I think too much water. Does taste like a bit like refresher, so like a really weak refresher.
It's nice. I don't really know what to compare it to. It is like a refresher sweet, but like 40% strength of that flavour.
I reckon if you just do it with that much water.
Hey guys, so the mixability isn't the greatest. Craig confirmed that he normally mixes things up fine in these glasses here. But yeah, hasn't mixed the best compared to others. But the flavour is not bad.
I think if you can get the strength ratio right with the water, we're looking at a reasonably good score. What are you going to go with out of 10?
6.
I was going to go 7. So should we
go
go
6.5? Now we're doing the half scores.
We've got the ability.
We've got the upgrade. So 6.5 flavour, guys. Obviously, least important factor, but yeah, there it is.
It's doable. Yeah. You want some? Aaron's going to tell you.
Price time, guys. Let's get into the dirty cash talk. So, US guys, head on over to God Status Labz, where you'll use this beauty of a code, the biggest you'll find, for a huge 20% off of this product. And guys, let me tell you, that works on any of those God Status products. So, well worth remembering that, guys. It will knock the tub down to just $34.99 US. You ask how much that is per serving? Well, the good thumbs up from us again is 30 servings, so more than a month's supply. You know what? We love it when that happens.
If you're hitting it daily.
Which we do. $1.20 per serving. So I can tell you, on our new revised, continuous, everlasting pricing scale, 7.5 out of 10, which, you know what, for a high caliber, high hyped product, I think that's very well done.
Power time.
And UK guys.
UK guys, just for a translation, we don't think anyone's stocking it in the UK yet, but keep your eyes peeled. But it would work out to be £28.88p for this 30 serving tub, or only 96p a go, so dirt cheap when you consider the power.
Absolutely, and it is a new product, so keep your eyes peeled, because I'm very sure it will be hitting all shores very soon, like this serpent beast. It's label time, guys. Let's get into this. So it's 8.3 grams, so a relatively small scoop by today's standards. We start off with 2 vitamins, which are going to help with energy production and natural body health. Then we move into the real stuff. We've got the betaine at 2 grams, which is a good dose. It's going to help with strength, power output, some pumps, and some endurance. A bit of everything, really, that one. Then we move into arachidonic acid, which is responsible for inflammation within the body. It's a fatty acid that's going to help with protein synthesis and building skeletal muscle. There's some promising studies out there on that ingredient. Very rare to see in a pre-workout.
Then we move into agmatine sulfate at a nice 1 gram, so that's going to be responsible for boosting those nitric oxide levels up and giving you a pump. Then we move into a trademarked ingredient in the form of dopafin-3, which is a bond of phenylethylamine, L-tyrosine and pyridoxine, which is rare actually. Very rarely see that, and actually we saw it with NMT, N-methyltyramine, instead of L-tyrosine last time we saw this ingredient. Now that's a nootropic. It's going to help with focus, concentration, cognition. And then we move into the good stuff, Aurea durensis, which is a central nervous stimulant that's going to help again with focus and concentration. That's going to really be a nice source of energy drive. And Juglans regia follows at 200 milligrams. Again, it's very dependent on where we get this. It's from the walnut tree. So it's been likened to a natural form of DMHA, so it should give you a nice form of energy and concentration. Caffeine anhydrous follows at a whopping 400 milligrams, so roughly 4 cups worth of coffee. That's the main stimulant in this pre-workout. It's going to give you the energy drive to get through your session. Pomegranate extract follows 200 milligrams. That will work with the agmatine sulfate in terms of vasodilation and, you know, helping with blood flow health. Good ingredient. Then we have phenylpyracetam, which is a nootropic again. It's just going to help with focus and concentration. And wrapping off this label, like we often see, is a digestive aid in the form of bioperine at 5 milligrams. So it's black pepper. It's going to just help get all these ingredients digested. So a very nootropic-y looking label. Let's see how the effects come together.
Effects time with Leviathan. We're going to be asking the question, is it a magic up?
Or is it the Gyarados to your workout, guys? Let's get into all the usuals here right now.
Beta-alanine?
Non-existent. No beta-alanine, no itchy tingly, no scratchy, no red flushing, nothing like that, guys. So for us, that's a miss. However, it is actually very rare to find pre-workouts out these days without beta-alanine. And not everyone loves that ingredient. So if you don't, that'll be a thumbs up for you. And if you do like beta-alanine, it'll be a thumbs down. So for us personally, it's a thumbs down.
Yeah.
It is very, very much person to person.
That's how we kind of judge a pre-workout kicking in typically. But this one, we felt the kick in from the highness, which I'd say actually kicked in reasonably quickly, like 20-30 minutes, and you feel that mental elevation.
Yeah, you feel the cloud fog go away. You know, that lethargy, that tiredness, you know, that just end of the day. It's Friday here, we got that Friday feeling, but it was tired at the end. You know what it's like, guys?
It's like putting your window wipers on, that clarity.
Yeah, and you start to really get focused on what you need to do. And for us, that was actually its strongest element.
Yeah.
It felt very much like a nootropic product. You did feel dialed in. I felt focused throughout my session.
Quite happy, like a bit of mood elevation, I'd say.
Quite talkative on it.
Yeah.
Energy, however, I would have to be absolutely transparent and honest with you guys. It wasn't, it's definitely not a stim junkie product. It definitely falls into a daily driver product. And you know what, guys? It is more like that. I mean, you don't get me wrong. You have that Juglans region. Now that for us is a very hit or miss ingredient. It really depends where they've got that strain of Juglans from. Did it feel like a DMHA feel to us? Unfortunately, definitely not. It definitely fell short of that. And even that caffeine, for some reason, you know what, there is still 400 of it in here, which would suggest higher stim, but it never hit us like a truck like we expected.
It felt mega smoothed over it. It felt, if we didn't see the label, we would assume it's got a whopping dose of L-theanines. It just feels very like smooth. It feels like if you've got coursework at 8 and bedtime at 9, like you've got the mental clarity there, but the energy isn't driving it. And I know that sounds bad because 400 milligrams of caffeine isn't low, but I don't know.
Pumps, let's talk about that third element that we're looking for, guys. Pumps were average. Let's give it average.
Citrulline, is there? So
no,
that's a concern.
You are literally relying on the agmatine and potentially that pomegranate. And you know, your work ethic, I would argue, is probably the bit that drives in that pump, alongside with that focus. You know what we've always said with these focus ingredients, you can actually focus on the muscle. You can get that mind muscle connection, therefore you can drive your own pump depending on what you've had food wise that day.
It was more like a dry contractual tight pump rather than a watery filled out one.
So in my absolute honest truth, if I didn't know what I was given, if I was given a, you know, a complete placebo scoop of this product, I would genuinely call it a nootropic. I wouldn't call it a pre-workout.
It feels like it'd be good if you were sat at your desk, you had a lot of bits and pieces to get on with, but you didn't need to move around physically.
That being said, you know what, we got through the session okay. There's no negatives to this product.
I would call it a nice daily driver. You know, we did what we needed to do, and I think that focus from the product is actually what gets it done.
Yeah, without that it would flop severely. But I do think it struggles on the higher intensity, longer duration workouts like back and legs. It's okay for chest, arms and shoulders, but it does, you know, die off early.
Obviously, comparing it to Zeus, it's a completely different product for us.
Yeah.
Zeus is very, very much get shit done, angry, aggressive, happy pre-workout all at the same time. It's a very, very, very good product. This one, you know what, it definitely has its audiences. You know what, it's definitely lower stim. It's not as unhealthy potentially as some other high stim crazy pre-workouts are. You know what, the focus is there. So we're going to give it, what score?
6.5, because we can do that now.
Absolutely, a 6.5 out of 10 on our honest effects section. It just didn't live up to the expectations that we were personally hoping for.
Yeah.
Having said that, some kind followers of ours have said they like this product a lot. So it really will be person dependent, as all pre-workouts are.
It felt like it didn't get past third gear, did it? It felt like it had full fifth and sixth gear to get into, but it was just never hit.
Absolutely. So that's our honest opinion. 6.5 out of 10. Is final verdict on Leviathan. Did this release that serpent beast into your life? Let's go through the scores on the doors, as we always do, guys. And remember, we are keeping it 100% transparent. And if you haven't, subscribe now, because there's lots more coming to this. Taste and mixability was up first. What did it get, Craig?
We landed on a 6.5. We had a slight difference, but ultimately it was only one flavour, quite weak tasting, didn't mix the best, but yeah, it tasted like refreshers.
Yeah, nothing negative with it, no horrible aftertastes. Then we moved into that pricing segment. Now, this was a strong point of the product, weren't it? With our discount code, so make sure to go back to that pricing segment and find that out. What did it get?
A solid 7.5, less than £1 to go, so smashing it in the price segment.
Yeah, that is a strong point, guys, especially for, you know what, a caliber pre-workout like this. And then we move into the most important part of this. Any other review and any other future review. What did we give it?
The effects, we gave a 6.5 out of 10. It's a very strong sleep aid, only joking. It's a very nootropic-y based pre-workout. Daily driver feels, you know, you don't feel off your head.
Absolutely not. And you know what, we've never had great experiences with this dopafin ingredient in the past, so potentially that might hit certain individuals better, as may that Juggler's Regis. So there is potential for it to be better for you. For ourselves, it just didn't live up to the hype. You know, it didn't quite release that beast on the front there. That being said, there was no absolute negatives to this product.
Yeah.
You know what, I'd be happy enough to use it on a daily basis rather than being stimmed off my head all the time. So that scored, what did it score?
20.5 out of 30.
Oh.
Coming down everywhere.
Yeah, you know what, it was quite well rounded, should I say.
And it is a unique formula, so, you know, props to that. We don't see any formulas like that, and, you know, they've missed out two main ingredients, citrulline, beta-alanine. That takes some balls.
Absolutely, it does. So yeah, if you don't like beta-alanine, it might be a strong one for you. But yeah, 20.5. Thank you, God Status Labs, for letting us review your product. So thanks.
Thanks. Oh, you mean... Thanks for watching along, guys. Let us know your thoughts on this product. Have you tried it? I mean, from what we've gauged, there's a lot of mixed opinions on it, so that's an interesting one, to say the least.
Yeah, definitely a standout label, completely different from what we've seen from other products, and you know what, props to them for that. And props to you guys for watching along. You know what, we really, really do appreciate it. Please do subscribe, please do give the thumbs up to the video, because it really helps our algorithms, helps us get out there a bit more, and we can get so many more of these done. So yeah, appreciate you watching along. As always, guys,
Stay
stimmed or potentially focused on this one.